Hi.
Hi.
So today we're going to talk about email etiquette. So my question is, have you ever sent an email that you regret sending?
Yes, I think I have for
Yeah,
sure.
I think we all have. Sometimes right after you hit that send button, you go, oh no. But I think sometimes we're finding that maybe our students don't know if an email is appropriate or if it's not. So that's what we're here to help with today.
Right. We've all had that time where we had regret, but it's more concerning the time when we don't even know to regret something we sent.
Yes.
So we're here to help with some fancy email etiquette to help you be your best self in the professional world. Okay, so just a few key points before we look at some examples. Why might we even care about email etiquette? And the first thing I'm thinking is these days, most all of our communication is online, at least for now. And so the more savvy you are at your email etiquette, the more positive an impression you're going to make, right?
Totally agreed. And we want to be taken seriously.
Absolutely. We don't want our email to just be like the eyes rolled at, like, oh my goodness, this is just an email rant. We also want to have a better chance of receiving the type of response that we desire.
Yeah, probably most importantly there, right?
Right.
And then we also want to get a timely response. We don't want our email to be pushed to the side because it was frustrating for the reader.
Right. Or confusing, or we weren't even asking a specific question or request or anything.
Right. Maybe it was unclear.
Right.
Baby, write this down. Take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know. Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to go. Write this down.
So we've actually come up with 11, because it's the best number ever, tips for the etiquette savvy emailer, haven't we?
Yes. Okay. So, first, to email or not to email? Let's just take a moment. Let's pause. Let's ask ourselves, is it appropriate to send this email in the first place? Sometimes it's just an email that maybe you just don't send, right?
Right. Sometimes it's a text you send to your BFF, or sometimes it's an emotion that you let pass. Sometimes it really is a question you need to send and ask via email.
Yes.
When it is time to actually send the email, use the subject lines efficiently, like Taylor does.
Yes.
She tells her teacher what class she's in, when she's there, and what the section number is.
Yes, we all have multiple classes, so we don't know exactly which student belongs to which class unless you let us know.
Right. And maybe we're talking about a situation that's not even in a class. So out in the business world, if you are Keanu and you've been interning for Moby and you want to know about your resume that you sent, then maybe you send this to the head of the company, right? Let them know. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. We also want to watch our greetings on our emails.
Sup, Natalie?
What's up? Sup, Lindsay?
Oh my goodness. I am Miss Lewis as a professor. Who are you?
I usually say Professor Stone, but Ms. Stone would be fine as well, or Mrs. Stone. Yeah, and you can just pay attention to how they assign their name and then go with that.
Or do your homework and look at maybe personnel information and look up what their preferred title, name, pronouns, all that good stuff.
Yes, and err on the side of professionalism always.
Right. It's always better to call someone by a more formal greeting and let them have it take it down a notch.
Exactly.
Okay, here's one of my biggest things. It's the tone. You got to look at the tone of your email. At all costs, be professional and respectful. That's number one. Okay?
Okay, no whining.
Right. And in your email, instead of like the urge is to whine, but really underneath the complaint is usually a specific question. So if you work your way down into that and send that part of your concern. DUA, do you know what that means?
Don't use acronyms.
LOL.
This is actually a really common one that we receive in emails from students. This is what we want to avoid this in an email.
Remember, what we're trying to do is be professionals in the real world. So our classes and our correspondence with our instructors are our practice for that.
Yes.
And then when we go in the real world, we don't want to email and say WTF to our boss. Right?
Yeah, that's probably not a good call.
We might want to, but we're not going to.
Okay, no drama. And this first sentence is my favorite sentence of the entire worksheet. An email is forever.
Yes.
The moral of the story is don't put things in writing that you don't want screenshotted, repeated, saved in a folder, right?
Make sure you are putting forward your very best look. Dear Dad, please stop emailing in all caps. Why are you yelling at me?
Yes, do not put anything in all capital letters. It's alarming. I think that speaks for itself.
Great. All right.
Okay, we want to always proofread and edit your email before sending. This is something I've had to learn the hard way, where I'm, typing away. I'm crazy with my 100 emails in the morning, and you look back and you think, uh-oh, I misspelled a lot of words there. So always important to reread your emails.
Right. Give it at least one more glance. And if it's an important email, have someone else look it over as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right.
That's
and
great advice.
We're living in a society, so we like closure at the end of the conversation.
Yeah, and sometimes it's actually hard to know what to say. So we've left a few examples here that you can look through if you're ever unsure. A thank you is always a safe one, isn't it?
Yeah, I pretty much end my emails with thank you most all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Although I like to end all my video calls with namaste.
Oh, yes, namaste is a great one. Sort of. Not really, but that's one for you.
Let's look at one more.
Patience is a virtue. So, we all like that instant gratification. But these days, when our only communication is email, make sure that you're just being patient and you're looking at the policy. It's oftentimes 24 to 48 hours that an instructor or supervisor will get back to you. If it goes out of that time period, you can maybe send a polite follow-up email.
Exactly.
And also maybe worth saying that, if you have the expectation to receive a timely response, then do the same. Check your email regularly and often.
Right. So what we've done is gone ahead and collected some example emails that have actually shown up in our inboxes.
Yes, we have. And these are actually very common emails. We've, of course, made them anonymous. But these, I think it's worth noting that we see these emails often.
Right. So we've taken out any identifying characteristics so that, like you said, these are anonymous. And we're going to go ahead and read. Actually, I'll just do one of my nice dramatic readings. Okay. And then, so I'll do a dramatic reading of the email because we do like to keep things light and fun while coming from a place of support. So after the important dramatic reading, we will then say, how could we maybe rephrase this email to make it more effective?
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll sign it at the bottom of the page. I'll swear under oath, 'cause every single word.
The demanding email. This is all about tone.
Yes.
So, I've been sitting here for 4 hours trying to sign up for my math lab and nothing will work. I'm extremely frustrated. Please respond ASAP.
Okay.
Some issues.
Let's maybe phrase this into a tone that's less demanding and actually asking a question.
Right. So we're going to make sure we follow our tips of having a greeting, writing words full out, having a positive tone, asking specific questions. So let's go ahead and give this another go.
Great. How about we say something like this? Hi, Mrs. Stone. I've been unsuccessful at signing up for my math lab, and I'm wondering if you can help during office hours tomorrow, or if you know who I should contact on campus or in tech support. Thank you for any advice you can give. And ending with that student name and course CRN.
Love it. Love the greeting. Love the specific question, the upbeat professional tone, and the sign off.
Yep. And we know exactly how to answer this question.
Great. Let's look at another one.
All right.
Connect Math marked me wrong for this problem I got right. Please fix it for me. Also, my calculator keeps giving me wrong answers. Do I need to buy a new one?
Okay, so no, you don't need to buy a new one.
No, it's not your calculator. It's you. And we will help. We'll help
Yes,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, we say it. All of our jokes come from a place of like, we're here to help you, but let's have fun with it.
Yes, but let's maybe not send this email. Let's go ahead and turn that into something else. So what if we said this? Hi, Miss Lewis. I noticed that Connect Math marked me as incorrect on this problem. Can you please let me know if this is a software error or an error on my end? I'd like to know where I'm going wrong if it's my mistake. I also think I'm making some mistakes navigating my calculator. Is that something we can cover in office hours or set up a meeting to work on? Thank you. Student name and course CRN.
Great. This time we have a greeting. We have closure. We have a professional tone that has a specific request.
Yep, and I know exactly how to respond to this email. You know, in the last one and a couple more before this, I actually don't know how to respond to this. All I know how to say is, no, you don't need to buy a new calculator.
Right. And
Yeah.
are you sure that Connect Math marked you wrong? Like the software does occasionally make mistakes, but more often than not, we're making the errors and we need to learn how to do the mathematics correctly.
Right.
Now, the next example is one of those times I think a lot of us have been in when we really want to email when we are in an emotional state.
Yes, and a lot of us have been in an emotional state, understandably, in 2020.
Right. And the best advice we can give is to go ahead and maybe if you need to type it out, even go ahead and do that, but wait 24 hours before you send that email.
Yes.
Maybe
Great.
you can have a colleague or BFF edit it or read it for you and advise, like you've had to tell me several times, don't send that text, Lindsay.
Yes.
Okay, here's an example. Hi, I know this is last minute, but I'm wondering if you could possibly find it in your heart to give me an extension on the homework. My boyfriend called me last night and broke up with me, and I can barely get out of bed, and I don't know what to do with life. I am a disaster. I think I will quit school. At this point, all I am able to do is watch the Hunger Games over and over and over, and I'm unable to start the homework. Please, I'll do anything, and may the odds be ever in my favor.
So I have to say the last sentence would put a smile on my face, but one of those emails that we worry about maybe going into the professional world later on in life. So let's just talk about how we could rephrase this. But again, we want to wait before sending that one.
Right. And there's parts to this that are charming and really delightful. And you don't have to be robotic to be professional.
Absolutely. Okay, let's do it. So what if we say something more like, hi, Professor Stone. I'm wondering if you have any study tips for someone who is struggling to adjust to online learning. I'm behind in the homework and I understand that late work is not accepted, but I read in the syllabus that you reopen the assignments during the final 2 weeks of class for full credit. I just wanted to verify that this is your policy. I'd love to meet with you during office hours to discuss a study plan for me. I'm watching the Hunger Games right now and I would like to be strong like Katniss and not give up. May the odds be ever in my favor. Haha. Thank you for all your help so far this semester and thank you for any advice you can offer. Student name and course CRN.
Great. And the thing I love about this rewrite is that this student is actually letting you know the research they've done. They read in the syllabus your policy.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just saying, hi, I can't do it. Can you please make an exception in your heart and soul for me?
Yeah, so it's showing that the student has done their job and now we're in a position where we can do our job.
Right. Just verifying that there's a policy. And then also we can go ahead and maybe give some study tips.
Yes, which we love.
Yes. Okay. Now, you know, this is a pet peeve for me, the grammar nightmare. The Hunger Games student had some serious run-on sentence action.
Yes.
I let it go because it was charming. But let's look at what's happening here.
Okay.
Hi, Prof. I'm sure you said this already, but when is the exam due? I seriously can't pay attention online. LMAO, thanks for being cool. No.
Right. Okay. And so there's a lot of grammar errors. Again, we don't want to use those abbreviations. There's a lot to change with this email, right?
Yes. So maybe how can we, let's see, what are they even asking for? When is the exam due? Okay. So let's pull that out and make this professional.
Okay. Hi, Professor. I just wanted to verify the due date of our upcoming exam. I noticed on our course calendar that it is Friday at 11:59 p.m. Is this correct? Thank you. Student name and course CRN.
Excellent job looking on the course calendar, taking the initiative, doing your job.
Yes.
But verifying, because exams are stressful.
Yes. And we're happy to verify that for you.
You can find a chisel, I can find a stone. Folks will be reading these words long after we're gone. Baby, write this down, take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know. Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to go. Write this down. Take my words and read them every day. Keep them close by, don't you let them fade away. So you'll remember what I forgot to say. Write this down. Oh, I love you and I don't want you to go. Baby, write this down.
So we could go on because we have countless emails, and some, like you said, are more alarming than others.
Mm-hmm.
But we want our students to go out there and be their very best selves, get that job they want.
Yes.
We don't want you to get swiped left on Bumble because you used the wrong your.
Yeah.
Oh, we're here for you. So let's practice when we email our professors having that humble and gracious tone and asking specific questions and showing that we've done our research.
That's right. An email is forever. So make it good.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to see how etiquette savvy our students become at emailing. And I'm just like ready to go look in my inbox right now.
Me too. Can't wait.
All right, you guys got this.
Bye.
Bye.
This